North Korea has been under international sanctions for 30 years. 30 years. And in 2025, its economy grew at the fastest pace in 8 years. How does an economy survive when the entire world tries to cut it off? Where does the money come from? Where does it go? And why, after 3 decades, are the sanctions still not working? I'm APE. Let's find out. North Korea runs on a philosophy called Juche, self-reliance. The idea is simple. Don't need anyone, don't owe anyone, build everything yourself. Depend on nothing foreign. In theory, a perfect economic fortress. In practice, North Korea imports everything it can't make. Oil, food, machinery, industrial chemicals, and 90% of that comes from one country, China. The most self-reliant economy on Earth. Depends on its neighbor for everything. North Korea's official GDP, around $27 billion. For comparison, South Korea's GDP is 100 times larger. Same peninsula, same people, different systems, 70 years apart. The official economy exports minerals and metals, coal, iron ore, zinc, cheap garment manufacturing for foreign companies, and labor exports. North Korean workers sent abroad to earn foreign currency, which goes directly to the government. The worker earns almost nothing. The state takes the rest. But the official economy tells only half the story. In 2025, North Korean hackers stole $2 billion in cryptocurrency in a single year, breaking their own record for the second year in a row. The UN confirmed it. Cyber theft generates roughly 50% of North Korea's foreign currency income and funds 40% of its weapons programs. The biggest single heist, February 2025, $1.5 billion from a single crypto exchange in one day. Then came Russia. When Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, it needed ammunition. North Korea had ammunition, a lot of it, an estimated 6,700 shipping containers of weapons and artillery shells sent to Russia in 2023 and 2024. In return, Russia sent cash, sent oil, sent technology. Official Russia-North Korea trade grew 9 times from 2022 to 2023, then another 54% in 2024. Sanctions exist. Russia does not care. And suddenly North Korea has a second lifeline, outside China's control. So here is the actual picture. Sanctions were designed to cut off money. North Korea found 3 separate income streams that sanctions cannot touch. Official exports to China, weapon sales to Russia, cyber theft from the global internet. None of these require a normal banking system. And here is the structural problem with sanctions. They require everyone to agree. Russia disagrees. China disagrees selectively. In April 2024, Russia vetoed the UN panel that monitored North Korea sanctions. The watchdog was eliminated by one of its members. The result is an economy that survives by doing 3 things the global financial system cannot stop. Hacking money that doesn't exist in physical form. Selling weapons that ship by sea, not through banks. Trading with partners who profit from ignoring the rules. The sanctions are real. The gaps are bigger. Here is everything in 60 seconds. North Korea's official economy, $27 billion, 100 times smaller than South Korea. 90% of trade runs through China. In 2025, North Korean hackers stole $2 billion in crypto. 50% of all foreign currency income, 6,700 weapons containers shipped to Russia in exchange for cash and oil. Russia-North Korea trade grew 9 times in 1 year. The UN Sanctions Monitor, eliminated by Russian veto in 2024. Sanctions require everyone to agree. Not everyone agrees. Here is what this actually tells us about how economies work. Sanctions are a blunt tool. They work when the target has no alternatives, when trade partners cooperate, when financial flows run through trackable systems. North Korea methodically eliminated all 3 of those conditions. It found partners who don't cooperate, built income outside the banking system, created alternatives to normal trade. 30 years of sanctions, and the nuclear program is still running. That is not a coincidence. What North Korea built is a masterclass in economic survival under extreme pressure, not a model anyone should follow. The cost to its people is catastrophic. 25 million people living under a system where the state takes everything and distributes almost nothing. The regime survives. The economy functions. The people pay for all of it. If this changed how you think about sanctions and economics, drop a comment. Tell APE, do you think sanctions ever work? When? Against who? Under what conditions? Hit subscribe. APE explains the financial systems that run the world, including the ones that aren't supposed to exist. See you next time.